We are here in the heart of South America, in the beautiful country of Bolivia.
Tell me about Bolivia.
The story of Bolivia really starts with this amazing living legend, Sheikh Ahmed.
The cutest uncle in the world.
Cutest is an understatement. So he was a Christian who was looking into just, as you do, you start questioning. He heard a radio station in which this is some 20-something years ago, where he heard a Palestinian guy speak about Palestine. He said, what is this, yeah? So he got into contact with the radio station, found out about this Palestinian guy. What religion do you follow? Islam. Became Muslim. Once he became Muslim, you went to the mosque Isa bin Maryam. That's his house. That's not a mosque. What he did is he had a bunch of flats. 2 of the flats he converted into a mosque. That is the first mosque in La Paz, Bolivia. The first mosque in La Paz, Bolivia is Sheikh Ahmed's mosque and his house. So what did he do? He started off his little community, and you've seen how difficult situation these guys are in. So what happened was, we had a mission to Bolivia. Ayman, our staff in Honduras, he said, look, I know these guys. Andres, who works for us, who we met in Medina in 2015, he said, look, I know this guy called Yusuf. He's a Medina graduate. He's from Bolivia. So let's go down. We went down to meet them, and we were literally the first thing that happened, I remember, is we came to Bolivia, the breathing, the height, the altitude.
So hard to breathe. Whew.
Then we went straight to the masjid, and the first thing that happened, we finally came to the masjid, saw us a little room. Ayman sat down and started crying. You would not believe, from above, from Al Alto, when you go down, when you got the city, you got all this beautiful scenery. You would not imagine that when you go all the way in this city in a little room, they are remembering Allah. So it is very emotional when you go there and you see these young people, and you know what? They're all converts. There's just a few other people who are not converts.
That room that he started crying in, just through the viewers, if you spread out your arms and you just take 2 steps, you'll touch the other wall. It's almost like an alleyway for just a few Muslims in that masjid. And then you told me he owns that property that he could have got rent for, but he converted it into a masjid.
Yeah. And what happened was, we said, okay, we're going to hire Yusuf. Yusuf's the man. He graduated from Medina. Check this out. He came back from Medina University as a convert. No one was paying him. No one was helping him. No one was, funding him.
Just quickly, Yusuf is a full graduate from Medina University. It means he's memorized
Sharia,
Arabic, everything, and he passed with flying colors. There's 600 people who have gone to Medina University from Latin America, and about 15%, hardly anyone's passed, and he's one of the ones who passed. Yeah. So he comes back as and he's amazing.
He's giving dawah. He's taking care. He's doing 3 classes a week for non-Muslim and new Muslims, teaching them Arabic, teaching them Aqidah. I was like, this is our guy. Yeah, he's doing the khutbahs in Spanish. So what did we do? We said, okay, Bolivia is a place, street dawah, it's not really the best thing. We need a dawah center.
We're here in downtown La Paz. We are looking for a place to rent as a dawah center, and this is the main street in La Paz, and just here we've come across a Christian center.
We went all over the city looking for a dawah center, and across the road there was a building that was empty that ended up being the dawah center which you visited. Yeah. When I came back, one of the first things, as you know, these places, they need funding, they need support. I came back, Allah is my witness. A brother rings me. I'm not going to say his name. Brother rings me. He said, this other brother that I know, you got him to fund the Honduras center. What's happening with me? I said, don't worry, you can fund Bolivia. So he's paying the rent, single-handedly the rent for the place in Bolivia.
Competing for good deeds.
And he said, he rang me, he said, you gave it to him, you gave him Honduras. Yeah. What are you going to give me? Yeah. I said, I'll give you Bolivia. So he did it, right? So once this happened, as you know, Isa, we had the Jesus banners, we had the people taking Shahada, and 1 year later, they're in the center. And of course, you went there. And then by that time, there was a complete different dimension to when we first came there.
Bro, it was a different ball game. We went to the center and there was non-Muslims there, and they were doing that little talk, and there was a Jesus exhibition. I'm like, what is going on? It's like 7 p.m. but there's non-Muslims here learning about Islam. A sister accepted Islam, right? Bro, she was in the center the next day with her daughter learning how to pray the Salah. I was like, you know what? If the donors saw where their this one, mashallah, one brother's funding, but if the donors saw where their money went, yeah, they would be blown away. And I made this video with Sheikh Green, yeah. I said, and he was sleeping, Sheikh Green. So it was a funky video, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
While you were sleeping, you could be getting the reward of people accepting Islam and learning how to pray, because they're like 7 hours behind us. So we'll be sleeping at 12, yeah, and somebody at 5 p.m. is learning in that center. And bro, it was incredible. Having a center, a dawah center, it gives you so much credibility as well, because you're doing dawah on the street and then you're like, yeah, well, come to our center, come do lessons.
Free coffee,
yeah,
free environment to learn. Pastors have come there, university students have come there, and as you've seen, the people there in Bolivia, they look proper indigenous. They don't look like Argentina, where they're quite Europeanized. Proper indigenous people.
With all the colorful.
Did you see the
woolen,
hats?
The hats, the colorful woolen. Now, when you guys think Latin America is all the colorful, woolen
Ponchos.
woolen ponchos, yeah, and they've got the hats and they're walking.
Did you go to the witch market?
Yeah, yeah, we did. That was crazy.
Basically, there's a market for the viewers, which basically has witches, who sell souvenirs.
So witches are just like these women. They do magic and stuff, and they have like dried llama,
dead
fetuses,
llamas,
and all of this crazy stuff. And I think we'll play the clips because we filmed a lot of it. And subhanallah, the cute uncle, where does he fit into all of this? Is he still involved with us?
The cute uncle, he is a key part of the center. And what happened was, in Ramadan in 2018, when we were about to leave, he sat down on a chair. As you know, he's very old. He sat down and he said, "Thank you, brothers from our era who've come." We hadn't even got him the center. We hadn't even hired Yusuf. We simply came and we went to the local hospital, gave out food packs. We did different things. He'd never seen this much activity, that much activity in 3 days. We visited an orphanage. We helped. We did so many different things in street dawah, and he could not believe there was this organization that had found him, that was willing to support him, even though till this time we hadn't done any of these things. And he literally spoke and started bursting in tears. And I sent this on the staff group.
We didn't find him. Allah sent us there, bro.
Akbar.
I'm telling you. And bro, so this uncle, when did he accept Islam?
Some 20 years ago, something like that.
Okay, and he's given his house for the masjid. He's been doing all this work.
When he needed to go find a helper reaver, he took a bus at his age over 5 hours to another place just to go teach a new Muslim, and came back 5 hours.
This uncle, bro, after everything he's done, he's been doing it for so long. When we go there and we've helped him with a little center and stuff, he goes to me and and it was a moment for me. Yeah, he goes to me, "If Ira wasn't here, we would not be able to do any of this amazing work." And I'm like, cute uncle, what are you talking about? You're, mashallah, the reason, the pillar that's opened all of this for us. Imagine we came to Bolivia, no one was there. Yeah? And there was no masjid there. We'd be looking around, what do we find? Oh, they won't work with us. And subhanAllah, these are our heroes, bro. Forget Iron Man, Spider-Man, yeah? These are the guys who are heroes. So Bolivia, bro, different ball game, mashallah.
Absolutely.
You say that you love me, but damn, I know it's a lie.